Okay, everybody, let's make it happen. This is Brian Bean, creator of Multi-Level Mastery. I'm excited about the webinar. I don't know about you, but I promise you guys, man, we're going to teach you tonight, give you some insight into some fundamentals, formulas, and frameworks where we make your outcome income. So do me a big favor. You guys should know by now on the webinar what to do. Let us know your name. Let us know your city. And let's do something different tonight. Talk about why you're here. Your networkers, your expiring networkers, do what you have to do and tell us why you came. And be professional. Don't promote your company. Don't promote your website. Don't promote your product. That's one thing we're going to talk about tonight is being a professional. So who do we have so far? Nothing like seeing the cities pop up. Of course, New York's always in the building. Of course, it's always north, then west. California's always in the building. I appreciate it. All I need now is somebody from Miami, Florida, and we got all three sides covered. I appreciate you guys for joining us, man. Too many cities to repeat. Too many cities to repeat. I appreciate it. I see Greg. I see Steven. I see Alencia. I appreciate it. I got to get started, though. I got to get started. I would shout out all day if I could. I appreciate you. You guys know that. I respect your time, and I promise you this will not be long. With all the bonuses I'm giving out tonight, with the program and the coaching we're rolling out tonight, with the continued education, I got to give you the content of the webinar first. Now, I've not had the pleasure of meeting everybody, but I promise you guys this. I'm going to show you guys in a very, very short period of time. The 8 stages of prospecting. I added one more before the webinar. The 8 stages of prospecting that'll help your team increase their conversions. I'm also going to show you guys how to overcome 3 major MLM hurdles. All right, you overcome these hurdles, then, these roadblocks start really becoming mere stepping stones. And I'm going to show you guys how to avoid the 10 reasons most networkers quit so you will not be one of them. So by the end of this webinar, you guys are going to know all the secrets that your upline knows so you can duplicate these secrets and grow your organization a lot faster. Now, who am I, just in case you guys don't know and we've never met before in person or at one of my seminars or one of my training events? I've been doing network marketing full time for 15 years. Now, I retired from the industry and took a break from it all and started training corporations, organizations, and individuals such as yourself. But I want you guys to understand I've been successful in networking since I was a teenager. Now, I won't give you guys my age, but just know that was some time ago. So I've trained hundreds of thousands of individuals. I've traveled all over the world, from Dubai to Tahiti to Italy, South France, Aruba, you name it. I've actually been there and been there with the personal growth, self-development, and multi-level marketing in mind. And what's a good network marketing story without a couple of toys? So I'll go ahead and give it to you right now before you even ask. All I tell people to do is purchase your toys, if at all possible, with cash. Never get in a whole bunch of debt to impress somebody else. I've seen the 5-figure checks per week. I've seen the 6- and 7-figure years. I've set those company records. And those that don't know, I was blessed and fortunate enough to retire when I was only 22 years old, thanks to this industry. So I only worked the job for about 90 days, and then I fired my boss. Thanks to some of the frameworks and principles I'm going to teach you guys over the next 30 to 45 minutes. So go ahead and grab a pen and a piece of paper right now. Now, the good news is I've also helped a lot of other people duplicate their success. We've generated millions of dollars in commissions. We've taken people from part-time to full-time. I had a good friend of mine, actually several, who had a stretched budget. Now we picked them up in stretch limousines, literally off of their jobs in front of all their coworkers who said, "This won't work. It's a pyramid scheme. What are you doing? No, I won't do it. I don't have the money." We removed them from all those excuses with a stretched limousine as we waved goodbye, never to return to our full-time jobs again. Now, let me be honest with you guys. These stories are great, but they don't happen quick. If you need get rich quick, if you need what's the $1 million strategy right now so I can make $2 million tomorrow, I promise you, feel free to go ahead and discontinue. I'm not that kind of person. I'm the kind of person who's upfront. You'll find out as I ramp up. I'm very straight up. I'm honest, and I'm not the person that's going to give you pipe dreams and false hopes that you'll be a millionaire tomorrow. So why am I doing this? I want you guys to understand why now and why this. Most networkers are at a point in their life where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Not only of the 9 to 5, but all the tips you get from others showing you how to do something they've never done themselves. You need to do something different. You need to feel something different. Your production clock is ticking and you want to see growth. That's one of the reasons we need to be here tonight. Number two, you don't want to wait until you lose your full-time job or your back is against the wall to take control of your life. Timing is everything. You guys know that. That's a big thing in network marketing, but I want you to understand why your training is everything. See, all networkers say timing is everything. It's ground floor. It's rock bottom. But I want you to think a lot bigger after tonight, and I want you to understand why this training is everything. 2 million people are involved in MLM. Guys, they've generated over $36 billion in sales. 36 billions and even more due to the fact that the jobs are unstable right now. Okay? Billions and billions of dollars are coming due to the instability of the economy. So more and more people are going to look for reasons to work from home. More and more people are going to look for reasons to learn something different. More and more people are going to look for reasons to do something different. So understand, if you're coachable, willing to listen, committed, and the main thing, willing to make time. You know what I mean? You got to be willing to make time for your business. We're going to talk about that tonight. It is a business. But the hardest thing for you guys to do a lot of times is focus. Not just right now, but long term. So focus right now. Turn off any distractions. Tell the kids to give you a minute. You're working on their future. But a lot of times you got to be willing to focus, and you got to be willing to let go of unproductive people and unproductive habits. I did not fire my boss over 20 years ago by being unproductive and hang around the same people who are doing absolutely nothing. So you got to be willing to do that. That's who this is for. Let me tell you who I'm not looking for. Up front, I'm not looking for Mr. or Mrs. Get Rich Quick. Teach us what to do overnight. I'm not looking for those microwave mentality people. I want you to have a conventional oven mentality so the food is cooked. I'm not looking for people who are indecisive. You know, Mr. and Mrs. Skepticism. I don't have time. All right. I'm not looking for a spoiled brat. Should you choose to take advantage of our continued training, I'm not looking for somebody who has to be coddled or a crybaby, 24 hours a day or, 7 days a week. If you need to be babysat, I'm a terrible, terrible babysitter. So let me tell you what happened to me. Here's the turning point in my life, honestly. When I graduated from college, I went to a college in Atlanta, Georgia called Morehouse College. I got my degree in English. I'll never forget my quote-unquote exit interview from college with my counselor. She said, Brian, when do you want to start working? I had an offer at the only company that would hire me. I can't give you guys the name of it, but they call it the Bank of America. Okay? And she said, when do you want to start working? Now, I graduated in June 12th to be exact. I said, I need to start working in July. She said, no, Brian, you want to start working around October. I said, no, counselor, you don't understand. You hired me and I'm ready to work. She said, Brian, you don't understand. You might want to start working in October or even November. You will never get 4 months off again. So take some time. I never forgot that. Brian, you will never get 4 months off again. So take some time. Now, she didn't know it, but she scared the hell out of me. She scared the daylights out of me. I said to myself, what do you mean I'll never get 4 months off again? What she was basically telling me was, now that you're out of college, it's on. And there's never a point, in her estimation, where you can take this kind of time off. So don't start working immediately. Take some time now because the good days are gone. Well, thankful to myself, and I'm glad that I did not listen to her advice, because guess what? I have now been having 4 months off, 4 years off, 14 years off, due to the fact that I didn't listen to someone tell me that it wasn't possible. See, here's what I want you guys to understand. A lot of you guys want to go from part-time to full-time or replace your full-time income or become a millionaire or just pay the bills, whatever your goals are. But here's why most people are not meeting their goals. See, in retrospect, I was too naive to think I couldn't do it. Guys, I told you I was 19 years old when I started network marketing. I retired when I was 22 years old, and that was 20 plus years ago. So I was young and didn't even know a no was supposed to hurt. I didn't know that rejection was supposed to be taken personally. I didn't know that when you didn't show up for my meeting, I was supposed to get upset. I didn't know that when I piqued your interest and you didn't get excited, I was supposed to cry. See, I didn't know that. So I thought everybody could do network marketing because it became just a chore for me. It was an easy chore. Like it was like I used to call it getting prospects is like getting lint and dust off of furniture. If I swipe a desk with my hand, the dust that's on my fingertips, that's how easy it is to get people. But I didn't realize how easy it was because in retrospect, I was young and too naive to know some of the shortcomings we get as adults. The realization hit me. One day I was in New York. I never forget. You see where it says $27,000 painting? I saw a painting of the New York skyline. Now I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, but I love New York. And I love the culture. I love the diversity. I love the history. I love the accents, right? I love the clothes. I love the discounts. I love the cities. I love the subway. Love everything about it. There was a $27,000 painting in New York, and I almost bought it. I said, wait a minute. Brian, there was a point where you couldn't afford crayons, colored pencils. How in the world are you looking at getting a $27,000 painting of the New York skyline? Because it had diamonds in the sky. The diamonds were represented stars. The Verrazano Bridge was laced in diamonds, all kind of cool things. It was a $27,000 painting, and I almost bought it. I said, you know what? It's time for others to have these types of choices. And it's time for others to get these type of experiences. So that's why I'm doing this, guys. You deserve it. You deserve the real lessons. You deserve the ability for me to pass those things on to you. You deserve for professional networkers to tell you guys the truth. You deserve, quality time with your friends and your family, right? That young man in the bottom left, that's my son who I love dearly. You deserve to watch your children grow instead of, whisking them off to school every day. If you want to pick them up, pick them up. If you want to take them, take them. If you like partying, have a party every now and then. No problem. Do everything in, right, what? Mediocrity, right? Don't ever get too high. Don't party too much. Don't ever get too low, and don't be bored and depressed. Do everything in mediocrity. And that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about as far as your business. Now, I'm not saying I want your results to be mediocre. I'm saying never get too high and party too much. Take care of business, but also loosen up and have some fun and travel the world and take some vacations, right? So spend time with family, spend time with friends. But once you get your residual check and your bonuses where you need to be, you'll find yourself doing this a lot more often. So here's the deal. I don't want to bore you. I don't want to keep you all night. I'm asking you guys for permission. If I promise to give you guys some great content, do I have permission? 10 minutes to give you an opportunity, 10 minutes after the webinar so that we can work together more. Okay, just type yes in the chat room. I need to make sure I got permission because the problem with webinars and books and seminars is that they usually don't offer anything ongoing. Yes, 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 cool. Yes, 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 cool. They don't offer you anything ongoing. So then you feel like you were great one day and then you're sad the next day. I mean, you're emotional, you're human, so it happens. So what we got to do is put together an environment and a community where we can continue to work together. So I'll show you guys that at the end on top of over $4,000 worth of free bonuses. Stick around. This is going to get interesting. Stick around. Free bonuses just because you attended the webinar. Okay, so this is all up to you. Okay, and I won't do it unless you guys give me permission. I want to use this time today to give you guys some real insight into the business. And I want to give you guys an idea as to why most people don't succeed. So stick around to the end because that framework is coming last. And oh, by the way, don't forget, just for being here, everybody on the webinar gets a free gift called the 3 success equations, right? These are the 3 equations that actually helped me retire at 22 that I learned. And I still implement these equations in my life to this day. Everybody just for attending tonight gets that for free. How cool is that? Everybody just for attending this webinar gets the free keynote, 3 success equations automatically. So let's go ahead and get it started. The first thing you have to do is get your mind right. See, if you don't get your mind right in network marketing, it's impossible to get your money right. The reason most networkers don't succeed, other than the 10 reasons I'm going to show you guys later, is that they look for too much validation. See, you got to stop looking for validation. And here's what I mean by that. 3 of the most influential entities in the world are corporate America, the colleges and universities, and the media. Now, the reason most networkers don't make it is because you're bombarded every day with areas of success in every industry but yours. In other words, the only time you see somebody make it in your industry is at the convention. The only time you see somebody make it in your industry is at the conference. on the internet, some brochure, the company home office, right? Some tour, some red carpet event. Why don't more colleges teach not just network marketing, but entrepreneurship? Why don't more media outlets run commercials on all the millionaires that and the billions of dollars that this industry has created? See, here's why. You got to stop looking for validation from the big three. Here's the truth of the matter. Here's the truth of the matter. Universities get their endowments from corporate America. Your alumni dues do not cover what it takes to run a college institution. I know we like to think that pitching back in runs everything, but it doesn't. The fact of the matter is corporate endowments are paid to universities. So if corporate endowments are paid to universities, then guess what? The corporations actually decide what the universities are going to teach. So these two are married. You will not see Network Marketing 101 as a core curriculum. You will not see Entrepreneurship 101 as a core curriculum. Now, they're both electives. You may have a finance class for your major. You may have an accounting class, marketing class for your major, but network marketing is nothing more than conversation in 99.9 of all colleges. Why? Because this entity, corporate America, does not endorse publicly network marketing. So why will we pay you to teach individuals how to leave us? Let me say that again. Why would we, corporate America, give you a huge endowment check to pay students to leave corporate America? See, there's a conflict of interest. So what you got to stop doing is waiting on colleges and universities and all the biggest influencers in the world to validate what it is that you do. You need to know that network marketing is an elite group of individuals who've decided to do something different. Take pride in that. Now, the media. Let's break it down. This is not a conspiracy theory. These are facts. The media makes their money off of advertising, right? When you see those television shows, the commercials you see, those are sponsors. So if you're looking at the Super Bowl, there are a lot of beer commercials, right? If you're looking at soap operas, there's a lot of commercials with people that advertise to people who are home during the day. Late at night, those commercials are for people who have trouble sleeping, right? So these are run on purpose at certain times because the media controls the sponsorships that you see while you watch TV. Well, network marketing is an alternative form of advertising. Your company has decided, look, we're going to use word of mouth. We're not paying all this overhead for advertising. We're not putting all that money into a commercial during the Super Bowl or otherwise. We're not using our products and services. Our product and services is best used by individuals. So we want people to tell people who tell people. So the media will never do a 60-minute special on the power of a home-based business called MLM. Why? Because the sponsors won't support it. Okay? Inside Edition, CBS, ESPN, I don't care what the OWN network, VH1, doesn't matter. The networks will never do documentaries on networking because the sponsors who actually pay for the television shows are anti-networking. So guys, understand coming in the door that you're in the minority. Don't look for the big three to validate or support what it is we do, but the big three didn't pay me the millions of dollars that I've made. You see, so I didn't need validation. So make sure you understand that first and foremost, when you go out here and tackle this industry, you're going against the grain. Corporate America won't endorse it or pay for it, so universities won't teach it, and the media will not show it. So you got to believe that what you're doing is possible because you said so. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest MLM hurdles you're going to face. This way, when you see it, you can overcome it. And overcome it what? Quickly. You got to overcome it quickly. One of the hurdles a lot of you guys are going to face is financial duress. Now, what I mean by that is it's hard. Trust me, I've been there. $0 in both my pockets. We call those, where I'm from, bunny ears, right? When you flip your pockets inside out and they look like bunny ears, okay? Empty. It's hard to talk to somebody about how powerful your opportunity is when you're broke. Don't laugh, because that was me. I don't know where you were, but I was broke. BROKE on lay away. Broke. It's hard to talk to somebody about paying the dues to get into your meeting or how inexpensive the monthly fee is when you and I both know you're struggling to do that yourself sometimes. See, the ability to overcome your own financial duress is and the lack of it is the reason a lot of networkers don't make it. They can't see further than their current situation. So it's kind of hard to pique interest when you don't like the car that you're in. I was putting $2 in pump number 6, driving a BMW I couldn't afford because I thought that network marketing was the way to go, but my finances had not displayed that yet, so I couldn't pique interest. Here's what I learned, just so you guys know. And I lost my first $1 million in network marketing because I did not understand this. I was able to recover because I was so young and make another $1 million in my late 20s. But here's what you got to remember. Write these 6 steps down. 1, income. 2, capital. 3, enterprise. 4, profits. 5, investments. 6, financial freedom. Most networkers never get past step 2. They don't. Most networkers never get past step 2. Step 1 again, income. Step 2 is capital. Step 3 is enterprise. Step 4 is profits. Step 5 are investments. And step 6 is financial freedom. These are called the formulas for financial freedom. Now, the reason I say most networkers never get past step 2 is because you guys listening, 9 times out of 10, you've already done this. You took your job, which is your income, and you invested in your startup, which is your capital. But very few of you grow your enterprise, which is your organization. See, a lot of you guys think that just because you signed up, something is supposed to happen, right? You got people in your downline thinking that just because they signed up, then you're going to do everything for them. Don't worry, just pass them to me. Don't worry, I'm going to do all the work. Don't worry, I'm going to make you rich. And I'm here to tell you, don't worry, you're just going to have a heart attack. Okay? It doesn't happen like that. I promise you, that's not how it works. You have to teach your organization how to grow their enterprise. The enterprise then becomes profitable. Why? Because you're running a business. See, as long as you're under financial duress and you don't do step 5, which is reinvest back into your business, your profitable business, you'll always struggle to get to conventions, which is how you survive. You'll always struggle to get to weekend events. You'll always struggle to get to regionals. You'll always struggle to purchase product and extra inventory. You'll always struggle to get the tools. And guess what? These are the things you need to become profitable. You see? So if your group is not getting on the tools, if your group is not expanding and coming to the conventions to expand their vision, if your group is not taking care of business when it comes to personal growth and self-development and investing in themselves, it's because they aren't making enough money. As long as they're in financial duress and they don't understand those formulas for success I just gave you, those 6 steps, then you'll always have a group that's coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Your retention is low and your attrition is high. Organizations stay when people are not financially strapped. Organizations leave when everybody's living paycheck to paycheck. So again, you've done steps 1, took your income from your job, turned it into step 2, made it some capital for the startup. But now it's time for me to teach you how to explode step 3, which is your enterprise and your organization. Now, another reason people don't make it, they lack vision. A lot of people lack vision. See, vision is the ability to see something behind your eyes, then see it before your eyes. Write that down. That's important. Let me say it again. Vision is the ability to see things behind your eyes before you see them in front of your eyes. You see, a lot of you guys, you don't have big vision. Why? Because you're not getting out of your comfort zone. You're still in the same circle. See, my vision didn't change until about 14 of us from our organization drove from Atlanta to Cherry Hill, New Jersey to see 2 multi-millionaires speak. Changed my life forever. I could have gotten that vision sitting at home on the sofa on my assets. Okay? You can't get big vision sitting at home on your assets. You can't do it. Write this down. No one ever stumbled upon anything big sitting down. No one ever stumbled upon anything big sitting down. Some of you guys lack vision. I tell you what else a lot of you guys are doing. You have the wrong vision. Some of you guys are looking at your business through a microscope. See, us professionals, we look at our business through a telescope. There's a big difference. A microscope, you're questioning everything. You're micromanaging everything. You straightening up your paperwork all day. You're reading every single book on network marketing and not taking any action because you have a microscopic vision. People that look at things through a telescope, all you're looking at is the end result, and you stay so laser beam focused on that telescope that the things around you that are minuscule, you won't even see them. You won't even see them. Your problems and challenges, you won't even see them. Prospects and no-shows, I'm about to talk about that now, how to overcome that, you won't even see them. See, what you guys have to do is get an organization of people who are developing the same mentality that I'm giving you right now. The third problem that most people have and the third hurdle you have to overcome in network marketing is the lack of frameworks, formulas, and fundamentals. Now, I'll be honest, guys, that's my specialty. God gave me a gift. And my gift from God is to look at complex things and make them really simple. So I've been given a gift to create very, very popular frameworks that companies hire me for to teach organizations. Organizations hire me for to teach individuals. Not just in network marketing, but government does the exact same thing. I have government agencies that bring me in every quarter. Corporations, corporate America has done so. I've spoken to several thousands of employees all over the world because of these frameworks, fundamentals, and formulas that I've put together. If your organization lacks frameworks, their philosophies won't duplicate. They'll have different philosophies. If your organization lacks fundamentals, the instructions won't duplicate. So it's hard to have a marching band when everybody's moving in a different direction. Your group has to take one giant step forward, and those are based on the foundations that formulas duplicate. You see, the key word here is duplicate. Okay? This alone is a framework. They all create duplication. I'm going to show you guys tonight some quick frameworks, some formulas, and some fundamentals. But here's the reality. These three hurdles I just gave you are innate in all of us. All of us have been through, including myself, some financial duress and had to get in this business, get in this industry, and make it happen. And it worked for me. All of us, including myself at one point, lack vision, or our vision gets a little hazy. That's why you're here tonight. And all of us have some chaos going on in our organizations. If you don't have a big group right now, don't worry, you will after this coaching. But you're going to have a need for these frameworks, fundamentals, and formulas to bring everything back in order. So let me give you a popular framework. Let's start talking about growing your organization, your enterprise, if you will. This is pre-production tip number one. I'm going to give you one tonight. Then I'm going to give you a post-production tip on the next slide. There are two phases of your business. Again, another framework. Pre-production and post-production. Everybody type PP, okay? Pre-production and post-production in the chat room. In fact, type PPPP. You see? Why am I saying that? Those are frameworks. You'll never forget it. You see how framework is, how it works? It's put together. And I love being an English major. I love what's called alliteration. So pre-production and post-production. PP, 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 P, and P. Let me give you a pre-production tip. Your organization won't grow unless they understand that you're only looking for one type of response. The reason most people don't grow is because they really forget that network marketing is a sorting business. And network marketing is full of prospects, and prospects are full of lies. Don't get offended. You're not a prospect. You're not a prospect. You're already in the industry. Let me say that again. In network marketing, you're in the people business, the distribution business. That requires you to get a lot of prospects, and prospects are full of lies. Here are 8 stages of interest. That's why I said earlier, I added a new one at the bottom here. 8 stages of interest. Number 1, you're going to pique somebody's interest. They're not going to give you the number. Just teaching you the power of this framework to give your people. The answer is no. Now, you're going to gain some respect for this individual in a second, because at least they didn't do 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. They give you the number, but it's the wrong number. Fellas, don't act like it doesn't hurt. Let's get off network marketing for a second. Ladies, you give a gentleman the wrong number, you know good and well that's what you were doing, so that you were basically giving him a polite no instead of just telling him no. Fellas, in your single days, were you ever given the wrong number? Oh, don't act like it didn't hurt you. All right? You got home and found out that it was do-do-do, do-do-do. No, seriously. You got the right, yes, you got the right response, but you got the wrong number. Same thing happens in network marketing. But here's where it gets frustrating if you don't teach your team this. You get a yes, it's the right number, but you can't reach the person. That means the answer was really no. It was a polite no. See, all these stages 2 through 7 are polite no's. You get a yes, it's the right number. I'm interested. Here's my number. Contact me. Then when you reach them, they're not interested. See, people are really emotional. I was interested when we sat down the other day when I met you at the restaurant talking to the waiter. The waiter was very interested. The waitress was interested. Then when you call them, see, they were only interested at that time. You made the contact, but they were only interested at that time. Then you reach them and find out they were not really interested. Told you. Write this down, guys. How do you know someone is lying? Their lips move. How do you know someone's telling the truth? Their actions move. So prospects lie. And if you keep trying to become a psychologist and figure out why people are lying, why people don't pick up, why they're not answering, should I text instead? Should I try email? Should I call them back? What's the best time of the day to call? Maybe they're asleep. Oh, I forgot. They do have a job. I'll try them again tonight. Guys, and it is the 21st century. Trust me, people who want to be contacted know how to get contacted. Here's the frustrating one, right? To most people. To amateurs, here's the frustrating one. To me, here's the one I love. They say, yes, I'm interested. You get the right number. You make contact. They say, I'm coming. I'm very interested in what you're talking about. And they don't show up for an in-home meeting. Or they don't show up for your online appointment. Or they don't watch the video you gave them. Or they don't respond to your text message. Those are all forms of no-show. See, I love no-shows. I love no-shows because a no-show helps me weed you out. See, I'll take a no-show over steps 5 and 6. I'll take a no, believe it or not, over everybody. See, you guys have to learn how to shift your paradigm and be a professional. I love when a person tells me no up front. I'd rather you not drag me through 2 through 5. You see? Now watch this. Yes, here's my number. Yes, it's the right number. Yes, I made contact. Yes, I'm interested. Yes, I show up. Oh, I'm broke. Oh, I don't have the money. Oh, I got to talk to my wife. Oh, it's a pyramid. Oh, I don't have time. See, they don't sign up. So here's what I always ask myself as a professional. Why did you show up if you knew you had a whole bunch of excuses? Okay, the train is coming out of me now. Listen to me, guys. This is what a professional says. Why did you show up if you know you have a whole bunch of excuses? I'd rather you just not come at all. See, think about this for a second, professionals. They got in the car, they took the gas, they took the time, and then they get there and have a bunch of excuses. Now, we'll talk about that in future coaching. A lot of times if they have a bunch of excuses, it's because you did not pre-qualify them properly. So they don't know why they're there. Now, that's different if it's your fault. But for the most part, people don't sign because they make a bunch of excuses. I was always taught you can make money or you can make excuses, but you can't make both. Pre-production. Teach your team this. This is the pre-production part before you bring people into business. Yes, I'm interested. Yes, it's the right number. Yes, you make contact. Yes, I still love it. Yes, I'm going to show up. Guess what? I sign up. And guess what? I quit. This is where a lot of you guys will start pulling your hair out. Brian, my team is quitting. Newsflash, you don't have a team yet. You don't have a team yet. You're still sorting. Okay? There's a training I'm offering you guys in one of the video vaults in a series called Sorting the Population. You're still sorting. If you have 100 people on your team, only 10 are builders. It's the 10% rule. If you have 1,000 people on your team, only 100 are building. It's the 10% rule. You can't fight it. But what you guys do is worry about the 900 that are doing nothing. The 900 contribute to your points. The 900 contribute to your volume. The 900 contribute to your residual. The 100 is all you worry about. You can't worry about 9 people quitting and there are 10 people in your group, Believe it or not, that follows the rule. One person is the builder. And guess what? When you have 10 people, it's typically you. Type in the chat room, I'm the builder. Okay? I'm the builder. You are the builder. So if you got 10 people in your group, don't worry. You just had to go through these phases to get down to the people who would sign up so you can see who your quitters are going to be. Newsflash, guys, quitters quit. That's what they do. Quitters quit. That's what they do. People don't just quit network marketing. Here's the good news. People quit marriages. People quit relationships. People give up on college. People give up on themselves. People give up on their jobs. People give up on everything. It's just more personal because you think the person is quitting you. No, they quit their own business. But Brian, it's linked to me. Well, you need to get rid of your emotional attachment to that link. Stop being so addicted to the outcome. Quitters quit. That's what they do. Your job is to grow your 10%. So, professionals like myself, if you want to be a 7-figure earner, if you want 5-figure months and 6-figure months, it's really simple. It's all mindset. They give you the number. It's the right number. You reach them. They're interested. They show up. They sign up. And they duplicate. See, I don't get excited until the team duplicates. If I'm the only person bringing everyone in, if I'm the only person that can conduct conference calls, if I'm the only person that can do the presentation effectively, if I'm the only person showing up at events, if I'm the only person on Facebook piquing interest, if I'm the only person using attraction marketing and my capture pages, your group is not duplicating. So if there are only 10 of us and I'm the person doing that, believe it or not, I'm right on point. All I got to do now is grow my 90% to find a new 10. You see, professionals don't get emotional in pre-production. We don't even get emotional in post-production. We don't get emotional at all. We ride the middle and never get too excited, and we never get too depressed. Teach your guys the 8 stages of interest and watch what happens. Now, let me give you a post-production tip, and I got to get ready to go. Post-production means after people join the business. Pre-production means before they join the business. So I gave you 8 stages of interest over the years that I've surmised. You're going to run into one of those 8 steps or those 8 individuals that take that action. Don't get mad at a no. At least they didn't lie to you. I'd rather you give me a no than a polite no because my time is the most valuable thing I have. Now, let's talk about post-production. You have a group. I don't care if it's 8 of you guys. I don't care if it's 8,000 of you guys. I've grown groups of between 60 and 80,000. Doesn't matter. The same 10 signs and reasons show up when people are about to quit. Now, here's the hat I want you to put on. Are you about to quit? Here's the hat I want you to put on. Are you about to quit? Here are the signs that you are just about out of the game. Sign number 10, you are conveniently unavailable for your team. 3 ways, for example. In other words, your team is finding a hard time reaching you. When you pick up the phone and it's somebody from your team, you're not answering. When you pick up the phone and it's somebody from your team, you have nothing to say. So you don't pick up the phone at all. See, these are signs that you're conveniently unavailable, and these are signs that mentally you've checked out of productivity. Let's be honest, guys. If 3-way phone calls, for example, which is an invitation, there are 2 types of 3-ways. I don't have time tonight, but we will in our coaching. There are 2 types of 3-ways, 3-way invitations and 3-way closings. If 3-ways get people to a meeting or to a presentation or to an online video or to YouTube, and 3-way phone calls get people closed into the business, invitations and closings, and you're not picking up the phone, that means you don't want any money. Write this down. Checks go out when apps come in. Woo! Don't get me on stage. I feel like I'm on stage. I wish y'all could see me. I'm actually standing up. Checks go out when apps come in. No phone calls from your team, no checks coming in. No excitement from you picking up the phone, no apps coming in, so no checks coming in. Number 9, you associate pain with conferences and events. Woo! Is this you? Do you associate pain with conferences and events? What? Another regional? We just had one 4 months ago. Yes, you need to refuel for the regional. Another national convention? How much is this registration? See, when you start talking like that, you forgot you're in business. You forgot about the word investing. You forgot about growing your business. You forgot about learning. You forgot about leading by example. Let me tell you guys something. When I was doing traditional networking and not just teaching it, let me tell you guys the truth. If I had 25 to 50 people in a bus or a van with me going to a convention, I don't care if they did the same convention they did last year over and over and over and over and over again. You know why? Because it's not for you anyway. It's for the new team you brought with you. See, you don't associate pain with events unless you're going by yourself every time. You love and associate pleasure with events when you have 5 colleagues with you, when you have a minivan of 50 with you, when you have buses caravanning behind you to the conference, when you have a airplane full of your organization flying in. You love the events. You only associate pain with the events when, guess what? You aren't duplicating. Number 8, webinars, conference calls, and events become the same old, right? Why am I getting on the conference call tonight? I don't have any guests. Why am I coming to the training tonight? Nobody new is with me. Why am I going to a presentation when I don't have anybody? Sounds like a true amateur to me. Listen, you can stop coming to training when you start doing trainings. Let me say that again. You can stop coming to trainings when you start doing trainings. In other words, until you learn how to put on your own convention, your own conference, your own webinar, your own conference calls. You need to be on all these things taking notes. The minute you decide it becomes the same old, guess what you don't have now? You don't have any guests online. See, you love the weekly conference calls if you got 15 guests. You love the webinar if you got 4 guests. But when you keep doing everything by yourself, treating it like you're self-employed and not like a business that it is, everything becomes redundant. Number 7, you don't talk to everyone you know, you talk to who you prefer. Man, the sign of a quitter. You stop talking to everybody, and now you start talking to preferred people. Let me give you guys a quick 90-second story. When I got in network marketing, I was 19. Sophomore year, Morehouse College. Guy walks into my mom's house and says, residual income. Now, the reason I say he said it that way is because that's all I heard. I was passing through the room. See, he was there to get my mother. And I was passing through the room, and all I heard was residual income. I said, what'd you say? He said, residual income. I said, what is that? He said, well, every time individuals pay their phone bills, this was back in the 90s before long distance and cell phones, deregulated. He said, every time they pay their phone bills, I get a check. I said, how? He explained it to me. Now, see, he wasn't there to get me. He was there to get my mom. But because he prejudged me, he almost lost several $1 million because I became one of the best trainers in the whole industry. And I was only 19. See, you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know who they can lead you to. So luckily, I inserted myself in the conversation, and guess what? The rest is history. My point to you guys is when you stop talking to everybody you know, and you only start talking to people you prefer, you in big trouble. Number 6, you start to think too much and not do too much. See, a lot of you guys, you're going to start questioning the system. A proven, tested, bona fide system, you're going to question it. If the voice on the conference call was just a little more clear. If my business cards were a different color and different grade of paper. Guys, let me tell you something. People are just going to pick their teeth with your business cards anyway. Okay? People are going to pick their teeth with your little business cards anyway. Stop thinking so much. Stop majoring in minors. You got to stop thinking about the business and start doing the business. The systems improve when you get results. The systems improve when you get results. Why? Because you stop worrying about every little thing. When you start worrying about every little thing, newsflash, you're on the verge of quitting. Number 5, you never develop your work ethic. This is how I know you're about to quit. Because what you're doing, you're trying to have what's called balance in your life and get rich at the same time. It does not work like that. See, I tell everybody, you're going to be a little unbalanced in this industry, and it's okay because you're unbalanced right now financially. So all I'm asking you to do is shift your work ethic, get balanced financially, and you can always go back to playing softball every Tuesday, bowling every Friday, parent, PTA of the month, employee of the week, everything that you're doing right now that has intrinsic value, but no money attached to it, shift it to your business so you can give and serve in other areas even more. Now you'll really love being PTA parent because you're there every day. Why? Because you don't have a job anymore. Now you can really go golfing. Why? Because you don't have to work anymore. So you can do 18 holes and make that 36 holes today. You see? So a lot of people miss that. Write this down, guys. You cannot get out of doing the work. You cannot get out of doing the work. There's no such thing as net chill marketing. It's network marketing. You got to work the business. Okay? Number 4, you didn't give yourself a chance. A lot of you guys, man, you don't even give yourself a chance. You get in, if you don't get a bonus check within 10 days, it doesn't work. Brian, I talked to all 3 of my friends, man, and nobody. See, so you got to start watching words like nobody and everybody. Nobody and everybody. That's called a hasty generalization. Brian, nobody's doing it. What, Paul, how many is nobody? Man, I talked to 4 of my friends and they all said, 4? You're not even in the game with 4. Okay, you got to give yourself a chance, guys. Give yourself a chance to make some money. First of all, you got to give yourself a chance to learn it. Just like on your job, you have to learn it. Now you're doing it with your eyes closed. It's like driving a stick shift. Now you can brush your teeth in 5th gear and knock it into 6th gear. And well, you can tell I drive fast, right? I got one of my cars is a 6-speed. But you can take it in 2nd gear and knock it into 3rd, 4th, 5th. Brushing your teeth, you shouldn't be doing that. Doing your makeup, shouldn't be doing that. Texting, shouldn't be doing that. But my point is, you can now drive a stick with your eyes closed. Why? Because you gave yourself a chance to learn how to do it. You didn't give up back in the day when you didn't even know what a stick was. 3, you never got out your comfort zone. If you don't get out your comfort zone, guys, I'm going to tell you now, you may as well quit. Here's why. I'm going to help you identify the quitters in your business, the people that don't get out their comfort zone. Reason being, most people choose known hell to unknown heaven. Most people choose known hell to unknown heaven. See, if success is where you lie or lay, then you be successful. So what that means is what you're looking for is outside of the current you. Let me say that again. That means what you're looking for is outside of the current you. So you have to do what? Get out of your comfort zone, guys. You got to leave your comfort zone. Because if your comfort zone is where the wealth was, you'd be wealthy. If the comfort zone was where the top production was, you'd be at the top. If the comfort zone is where your retirement was, you'd be retired. So if you're not getting out your comfort zone, guess what? Guess what? Just don't complain and be content with the hand that you were dealt. You got to get out of the comfort zone. Teach your team these things. Watch what happens. Number 2, you never set any goals and develop your vision. Now, I talked about that earlier, but if you don't set your goals and your vision, you're going to quit faster than most people. Here's why. Most people focus on what they're going through and not what they're going to. You have a lot of people say, Brian, I'm just going through something. I'm like, well, you've been going through something since I met you. When you going to go through it? Brian, right now, man, I'm going through something, but I'm not going to quit. Sound like it to me. Sound like you've already quit. Anytime someone, look, here's a news flash. Anytime someone says, I'm not going to quit, they've already done so mentally. Because guess what? People are not going to quit. Don't have to remind you that they're hanging in there. People that are not quitting, like I never had to remind my upline, hey, man, don't give up on me. I'm still with you. I'm like, oh, God, when a person used to tell me that, you still with me? Oh, you've mentally checked out. Okay? So you got to understand, most people focus on what they're going through, not what they're going to. And remember, we're not talking about your group. Is this you tonight? And number 1, man, before we go, you got to have fun. A lot of you guys are no longer having fun. You're starting to treat your business like your job. So you associate pain with it. See, I understand associating pain with going to work because I did it. I used to drive 2 hours every day. And that's one way in traffic. And 2 hours back. That's another way in traffic. That's 4 hours a day. 5 days a week, that's 20 hours. 4 weeks in a month, that's 80 hours. Okay? So I can't spend 1,000 years of my life in traffic. So I didn't treat the business like my job. When I got off my job, I was elated to work the business. A lot of you guys get off your job and you're too tired to work the business because you associate pain with your business. See, my business used to pump me up. That's how I got off my job. That's why I fired my boss. My business would get me excited. Man, I can't wait to get in the car and do my follow-up calls for 2 hours. I can't wait to check on my organization because I'm in traffic for 2 hours. I can't wait to set up some appointments and webinars while I'm in traffic for 2 hours. And guess what? 90 days later, 20 years ago, I was never in traffic again, involuntarily. 90 days later, 20 years ago, I was never in traffic again, involuntarily. Now I don't leave my house to get in traffic before 10, and I make sure I'm in before 3. Yes, it's that serious in Atlanta. If you get caught out at 9 a.m., you're in trouble. If you get caught at 4 p.m., you're in trouble. So I let all the rush hour die down, and then I go about my day if I'm in town. Choices, decisions. Now watch this. Let's work together. Let's get this done. You guys gave me permission earlier that if I killed it, if I gave you some good advice, right? I'm really hoping you loved it, and I hope I lived up to my promise. So earlier, you guys gave me a thumbs up to tell you about my new course, Multi-Level Mastery. All right, let me get your permission right now to tell you about the system I've been working on. Is that cool? Because this is nothing. This is nothing compared to what you're going to learn. Type cool in the chat room. Cool. Let's see it. I know there's a quick delay. Cool, 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 cool. Let's go. I love you guys back. All right, so here's the deal. Obviously, no one succeeds, right? Somebody told you could succeed on your own, but no one really succeeds on their own. Just look at the world's most successful people. They all run in groups. Sir Richard Branson talks to President Obama. Mark Zuckerberg gets advice from Bill Gates. Bill Gates gets advice from Warren Buffett. Oprah Winfrey gets advice from Bob Johnson. Bob Johnson is friends with, you see, you got to ask yourself, why is that important? All right, that's why it's smart to invest in your relationships rather than letting relationships happen randomly. The same is true for your organization. We got to build better relationships, right? This is one thing I know. I know the one thing that's stopping you is not believing that you're worthy of wealth, but you really desire to be someone who's in the top 10 income earners in your company. You know where the founder gives you a big check on stage in front of everyone and even gives you an expensive car or a vacation, right? We know how this works. I know that number 2, you're tired of procrastinating and hoping that everything would change. What you're looking for is a constant flow of qualified prospects. You got to have it. People are our business, right? Number 3, this is what I know. If you learn how to overcome your fear of rejection and your fear of criticism, you stop spending so much time on people who don't get it, and you will move on and accelerate your business. Guys, remember, the only way to avoid criticism is to be nothing and do nothing. You can't avoid criticism. You got to learn how to stop wasting time on those people and move on to excel and grow your organization. So I know this for sure. Some of you don't have as many successful teammates as you would like. Some of you know that you lack self-discipline and you work better on teams. Some of you are tired of being an army of one and a jack of all trades. Now, how am I speaking so confidently? Brian, how do you know this? Because it was me. Okay? That was me too. You see this picture on the left? That's me trying to tell everybody, you can do it. Get out there, stay motivated. I was telling my organization, trust me, you can be a millionaire also. You see that picture on the right? That's me going, why aren't y'all doing it? Why aren't y'all doing it? I told you could. Trust me. Guys, look, one time I told my team, you guys are going to be successful if it kills me. And guess what? I almost died. No, I'm just joking. So that's me on the left saying, man, why am I the only one that seems to be getting the duplication? Why am I the only one that seems to be taking this thing serious? I used to get on stage all the time and tell every client and every company and every organization that's ever hired me, you're going to fall into this with your group. Here's why. Because most people have no idea that what they see now is just the tip of the iceberg. It's just the tip. See, like today's training, it's just the tip of the iceberg. I gave some frameworks. The formulas for financial freedom, a post-production framework, a pre-production framework, 3 hurdles to overcome, 10 things to show you that you may be on the verge of quitting, but all of that's the tip of the iceberg. You guys have seen this picture. It's powerful. the most powerful thing you can do is understand there's so much more beneath that. The greatness rises above the surface because there's so much more under it. So let's do it. Let's show you what this is all about, man. This multi-level mastermind group is simple. We're going to show you guys every single month how to set your goals and then reset them. Okay? We're going to show you guys in hot seat situations how to work together as a group, as I dialogue with you in chat. Every month you can pick my brain. I answer questions. You got 52 weeks of online coaching by me via video and audio. You're going to build at least 100 new relationships in this mastermind. A lot of you guys are in the struggle together, and we're going to bounce ideas off each other to help everyone excel. Then you have 24-hour online access to our community. Now, who is this for again? Aspiring professional networkers. I'm not looking for Mr. and Mrs. Prove It to me. Okay? I want people who want passive income, personal growth, prosperity. I'm looking for people who ultimately may want to replace their jobs. If you like your job, that's fine. But understand, we've literally taken people off their jobs before. So why am I doing it this way? Because most networkers have these books. Have you bought any? Think about it. Did you buy these books? Nothing wrong with these books, but how many of you actually read them? And more importantly, how many of you have actually implemented the things in the books? I love these books. No disrespect to anybody. These guys are often millionaires. But it's not the book, it's the modality that gets a lot of people, especially these days when people don't even like to read, unfortunately. Okay? So again, multi-level mastery. I'm going to mentor you guys 12 times a month for most of you. Another 12 times in the middle of the month on the internet. 52 weeks all year, new relationships, and a new online community. I've done this all over the country. Here's how it's set up. Write this down. Basic, core, and premium. Just depends on how committed you are to growing your organization. Basic, core, and premium. Now, the basic pack includes 12 webinars. That's one webinar per month and an audio program being sent to you every single month. So if you're a basic person that's just getting your feet wet and you want to get started and have a continuity program of an audio coming to you every month so you can download some motivation in your ear on a monthly basis and have a webinar done by me every single month, then the basic plan is the plan for you. Now, I'm going to get more specific here in a second because most of you guys are core and premium type people. You have that kind of mentality or you wouldn't still be online. The core group, of course, gets the same thing that the basic does. But now, the hot seat coaching calls, this is where I let you guys know via email, via our private group, the times that I'm going to have hot seat sessions where we can sit down and powwow and talk about what you're going through. Talk about your celebrations. Talk about successes. Talk about things to do. Talk about things not to do. I also included in the core group 10 keynote trainings. All the clients who've hired me over the years, we put them together in a series of different platforms. You get all 10 because I have so many keynote addresses, to be honest with you guys, that how I'm feeling that month, I drive that point home. But once I stop feeling that way, at least it's captured on video and you guys can experience what I was going through at that point in my life. You probably were going through the exact same thing or will. And core members get a 30-minute visioning call with me when you join. You set your clock, set it to 30 minutes and it counts down and we don't get off the phone until it hits 0. That's 30 minutes of me helping you with your vision and understanding what you're trying to do. A personal call with me. Now, premium, of course, you get everything that core gets, but you get weekly online accountability coaching. We have a proprietary platform I'm going to show you guys in a second. And you get my new 8-week MLM e-course. That's right, 8 weeks online for the premium members. Now, let's break this down real quick. Let's separate basic from core for a minute and just break down something that premium gets. Because if you're still here, you're that kind of mentality. First of all, we're going to set one goal each month. This is how the software actually looks, where we'll be continuing to set your goals, and I'm going to chat with you inside and help you hit those goals. Then I coach you weekly on the goal that we set at the beginning of the month for you. In other words, guys, let's use a gym, for example. We all can work out by ourselves. We know that. But it's a reason personal trainers are hired all over the country. Because it's those 10 more push-ups and those 10 more sit-ups and those lunges and those crunches that make a difference. When you by yourself and it starts to hurt a little bit, guess what? You tend to stop whenever you feel like it. But with coaches, especially those like myself that don't play those games, because you said you want what you want, We're going to go out there and get it together. So this is an example. Don't worry, you'll always be notified via the group. You'll always be notified via the calls. You'll always be notified via the webinars when the next up and coming event is. So at least we get to talk on a monthly basis. And for you premium guys, we talk 2 times a month. And you have the online course helping you throughout. So here's the deal. Here's the value, honestly, on these webinars. The 12 webinars alone are $11.99 typically. You'll see on some of my other sites, if they retail, that's what they retail for. The 12 audio programs, $2.99. Coaching calls with me, I charge clients $500 an hour. You're getting 12 for $5.99. That's the value. Okay? That's not what you're going to pay, obviously. The keynote addresses, $249. Okay? The visioning calls, where I actually help you revamp your vision and set your goal up. The reason that value is so high is because that's the goal you're going to hit. So it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars to you on a monthly basis. But those kind of calls with me normally are like $1,000. All right. And accountability, every single webinar, normally $1,000 as well. It's just basically the 30-minute call on steroids. And the MLM module, valued at $19.97. Now, let's get real. The basic group, that totals $14.98 in value. The core group, that's over $4,344 in value. I haven't even shown you guys the free bonuses I'm including yet. The premium group, that's over $6,300 in value. These are the normal prices that you would pay annually. This is normal. Thank goodness that's not what we're doing today, because you are not normal, okay? That's not what we're doing today, because you are not normal. I want you guys to pay close attention. Because you're not normal, I'm adding bonuses and dropping the costs. Here's the deal. I'm going to add 5 keynote addresses from my personal growth and self-development series called PAIS. PAIS stands for People, Activity, and Yourself. I'm giving everybody for free the transformation series, whether you're basic, core, or premium. Free, just because you're on the webinar today. Just because you took some time out for you. This is 5 keynote addresses that are not included in any of the packages. These are separate and apart. Free bonus gift number 2. I'm including 5 pre-recorded webinars on personal growth and self-development. The one in the bottom right just trips me out. I'm thinking, should I do this? No, I'm just joking. $497 in value. I'm giving you 5 pre-recorded webinars. These are personal growth and self-development oriented. The reason being, I know that networkers also need personal growth, or you can't talk to anybody. You can't enroll anybody. When storms hit you, you quit easily. So I offer a lot of you guys all this free personal growth as bonuses, regardless of which program you pick. How cool is that? Now, guess what? Bonus 3. Let's meet live one day. I'll give you 1 to 2 free tickets on this webinar. 1 if you're a basic member. You get 2 if you're core or premium. Again, basic members get 1. Core and premium members get 2. But these vouchers to a live 3-day event are worth over $1,000 a piece. Guess what? Regardless of the package you pick tonight, it's free. So that's over $2,900 in free bonuses tonight, just by themselves. In other words, if you were to get these by themselves without the discounts you get on basic, core, and premium, this is how much these free bonuses will run you. Thank goodness you're not normal, okay? So you get the bonuses regardless of program, $2,988 worth. You see all the values there that would normally take place. $6.99, $12.99, $19.99, normal, normal, normal. You are not normal. Let's slash everything down and give you an opportunity to save $200 a year on basic, save $300 a year on core, and save over $500 on premium. Brian, I thought, I'm networking, I'm just getting started, or I'm growing my business. I understand that. So this is why you can pay monthly. Those of you that are big time networkers that I see in the chat room that want to go ahead and take advantage of everything, of course you want to save some money and take advantage of the yearly discount. But those of you who are on the verge of becoming a professional, those of you that want all this extra education, extra mentoring, keynote addresses, free passes, webinars live, webinars recorded, audios to listen to throughout the day, You can just pay monthly. Now, how cool is that? Everybody should have an extra $49, $99, or $149 if you're serious to take advantage of this. Now, why am I talking to serious people only? Let's talk premium just as I close out. You get everything up top, but this multi-level mastery course is going to allow me to work with you, okay? Walk you through what we've just discussed and a lot more to generate more duplication, make a series of your rank advancements, and be able to make a decision to go full-time or not. That premium package is serious because that includes the online course where each week you can log in and do something for your business with or without me. Of course, I'm coaching you twice a month for the premium, but each week this includes the online course, The Power of Personal Growth, week 1. Prospecting part-time to go to full-time, week 2. Peaking and passing, presenting, private business receptions, plugging in, promoting events, and problem resolution. Do you guys see the framework? See how you have to teach everything in a framework? I'm creative, so I like for my stuff to kind of rhyme, but the framework is simple. Every time you log into your back office, you get access to the Multi-Level Mastery e-course as a premium member. This is a series, sometimes 5 and 6 videos and audios per module. PDFs to download in each module. Comments, questions, and answers I can help you with behind each module. Week 1, personal growth. Focus on it. Week 2, prospecting, peaking and passing, presenting. A lot of you guys aren't growing your duplication because people don't know how to present. They want you to do everything for them. Week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, premium members rock. I'm just letting you guys know because I know that a lot of you guys are networkers and you know you can afford $149, and I'll show you how to recoup your investment. So don't invest in another coach, course, conference, or even college before you try multi-level mastery, because I'm giving you all 4. I'm going to coach you. The courses are online. The conferences, you got 2 free tickets or 1 free ticket if you're basic, 2 free tickets if you're core or premium. And college, this is college MLM minus the debt. Okay? Guess what? All those bonuses are free. All those extra bonuses are free. The basic and core get 3 bonuses, and the premium gets the 3 bonuses and the e-course. So you take your pick. How much of the free stuff do you want to get based on your level of commitment? It's really simple. So all you do now is pick a program. All right? Just get started. $49 a month, $99 a month, $149 a month for all the value in the online coaching. It's a joke. Here's why I can say that. If I can't show you how to get 3 new members in your team per month, then I don't know how I retired at 22. In other words, let's just say you get $50 from overrides in your organization. $50. And after a while, this coaching generates a minimum of 3 extra people per month. Well, it pays for itself. You see, let your compensation plan pay for your coaching. But you got to invest first to learn how to work your compensation plan. So I know $149 can't be a lot to a lot of you guys because you got auto ship programs way more. You got coaching, hourly coaching that's way more. Consultation fees out in this industry are way, way more. I'm going to show you how to get it what's called self-funded by your commission checks. All right? So don't procrastinate. You guys know as a leader, as a thought leader in the industry, and as a coach, I got to give you guys some incentive. So this will increase after this webinar. Of course, you'll have time to take advantage, but don't think for 1 minute that it'll always be $49, it'll always be $99, and always $149. You got to start learning to make decisions quickly. Success loves speed. Write that down. In the chat room, type speedy, okay? Type speedy, speedy, speedy. I know it's a delay. There you go. Speedy, 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 speedy. Yeah, success loves speed. A lot of you guys, you're looking at that microscope again and you're not worried about the telescope. Okay, so yeah, these prices will go up. I'm just being honest in a moment of transparency because that's how I am. All right? So what is $149? You telling me the price of a dinner for 2 at Ruth Chris one time? And guess what? That was for a night, but you won't spend $149 for the rest of your life? It doesn't make sense. Networkers always talk about, the value of their business, the value of their product, the value of their service, the value of their travel, the value of nutrition, the value of their financial services, the value of their insurance, the value of their weight loss, the value of their shake, the value of their Benz, the value of their BMW. They never talk about the value of their training. See, you want all those things, but you're not willing to go through the training it takes to get those things. You know why? Because you have an expensive mentality versus an expansive mentality. An expense is a month is money right per month that leaves you forever. Nothing returns. That's an expense. Expansive means an investment. That's money that leaves and returns with more friends. Which one are you? Which one are you thinking about? Too expensive or you want to go expansive? How are you thinking? It's expensive. I can't afford it right now. Or I'm expansive. I can't afford not to do it right now. All I know is I got people that have done it. I'm telling you. My good friend Terrence 10x'd his investment in 90 days. He no longer works. Why? The training. The training. He invests every single month to grow his money in his business and his investments. Why? The training. I don't care what company you're with, what product you're in. The frameworks, formulas, and fundamentals don't change. We're going to 3x your business, your organization, your customers, your volume, your rewards, your recognition, right? We're going to 10x you so you can 3x everything else, if not more. I guarantee you these formulas work, but you got to work them. You don't do this for 20 years for it not to work. So, of course, there's a money-back guarantee. If you're willing to work even past the 12 months that we've allotted for ourselves, I'll go even longer with you. So what's next is just for you to get started. The core and premium, get a visioning call with me, one-on-one. We'll set up that appointment. You'll see that when you check out on your application. Basic, core, and premium, get our 90-day game plan. We got to start making it happen for you. You're not getting any younger. I don't care how young you are. Things happen quickly when you're producing. So let's make it happen. Basic, core, and premium, you get introduced to our private group so we can start making our announcements and sharing advice and content. Basic, core, and premium, you got the monthly team meeting at the beginning of every month. The online coaching by me specifically is for premiums, and the mid-month and coaching call is for core and premium. You guys will see this on the cart. Don't worry about it when you check out. All of this is reviewed, so you'll know exactly which one of these programs best suits you. The main thing, guys, honestly, is that you pick a program and get started. Don't let procrastination kill you. Why? Procrastination is the graveyard for success. So let me answer a couple of questions for you real quick. When does this offer expire? As far as the bonuses and the discounts that you receive, the offer expires 2 days from today, and it'll return to the regular price. Okay? As the group becomes more and more valuable to its existing members, I can assure you that new members will face steeper criteria beyond just money. All right? In other words, as it grows, you know how things get. Time becomes more valuable. Information becomes more valuable. So take advantage while you can get the discounts and the bonuses right now. Another question. What if I miss one of the webinars or conference calls? Of course, guys, this is 21st century. You're busy. And I realize that all the conference calls and webinars will be recorded for your review. Okay? Replays are sent out the morning after every call and after every webinar. Now, I will challenge you guys. Be committed to get on the webinars and calls. Don't consistently miss. Okay, it's important that we show up for each other, not just to receive, but a lot of us are going to learn by giving. I'll be honest with you guys, 90% of my keynotes are because you taught me something, and then I got on stage and shared it with the world based on something that we learned together. So you guys will be shocked by how much we grow together as a group. Don't forget, just for being on the webinar, guess what? 3 success equations is yours. That's a free keynote address just to give you guys some insight into how I thought when I was 19 and how I walked away at 22. I'll leave you guys with this final story, man. This is important. I like sharing things, and I'm very open and honest with people who believe in me because I believe in being transparent. I know exactly what you're thinking. All right, this is what happened to me before I decided to get a coach. I met a coach who charged $200 an hour. I did not have the $200 at all. I did not know that I was being billed at our second meeting. So guess what? I lost track of time and we spoke for 3 hours. It's funny today. It was not funny back then. He was teaching me all these cool things, teaching me all these ideas, giving me all these concepts, giving me all these frameworks and different things I can do in my life. Ended up costing me $600 that I did not have. I made up some excuse at the time. I'm not going to use the word lie. I made up an excuse at the time that I didn't have it. And payments monthly were not an option to this guy. Okay? Like you guys have monthly payments so your group can self-fund it and your check can self-fund it. I didn't have that option. So when I came up with the money, I gave it to him because he did give me 3 hours of his time and I appreciated all the advice I got. Do you guys know within 60 days, I took that advice and made $22,000? Within the next 60 days, that little $200 times 3 that I was complaining about, I earned $22,000 because I compiled those ideas. And here's what's more important. I'm still earning money annually from that 3-hour conversation to this day. So it's not even the 22,000 that was generated right away. It's the millions that have been generated since, because I changed my circle. My question to you guys is, who's in your circle? Pick your plan, money back guarantee, basic, core, or premium. It doesn't matter to me. The main thing is that you get started. And if you're serious about your business and you want to become a professional, I'll see you guys in the premium group at least twice a month and constantly, weekly, with your goals in the chat. All right. God bless. My name is Brian Bean. I see you guys in the magazines. Welcome to Multi-Level Mastery Mastermind.